You hear laughter echoing through a remote Chinese village, pure, otherworldly joy that makes locals whisper. They say it belongs to someone not entirely human. Meet Yingning, the most enchanting love story from China's supernatural folklore. This tale comes from Strange Tales from a Chinese studio. Imagine Edgar Allan Poe writing fairy tales. In Chinese mythology, fox spirits aren't demons but beings capable of profound love, like Celtic fairies. Our hero is Wang Zifu, a young scholar whose life changes forever during a simple countryside journey. In traditional Chinese society, scholars were the intellectual elite. Think of Wang as a promising graduate student whose world is about to be turned upside down. Word reaches him of an unusual girl living in a secluded mountain household. What makes her unusual? She laughs, constantly. Not nervous giggles or polite social laughter, but pure, crystalline joy that bubbles up like a natural spring. The villagers speak of her in hushed, wondering tones, some charmed, others unsettled by this girl who finds delight in everything. When Wang finally meets Yingning, he's struck not just by her beauty, but by something far more captivating, her complete absence of artifice. In a world where young women were expected to be demure and reserved, Yingning is refreshingly authentic. She laughs at his jokes, at the flight of butterflies, at the simple pleasure of conversation itself. But there's something otherworldly about her, an innocence so pure it seems almost impossible in the human world. Wang finds himself falling deeply in love, though he senses mystery beneath her joyful exterior. The truth, when it emerges, is both beautiful and startling. Yingning is the daughter of a fox spirit, a supernatural being who had taken human form and fallen in love with a mortal man. After her parents' death, she was raised by her mother's dear friend, a hermit who understood her unique nature. In Chinese mythology, fox spirits represent the liminal space between human and divine, often symbolizing the transformative power of love. Yingning embodies this perfectly. She's neither fully human nor entirely supernatural, but something beautifully in between. Wang's love only deepens with this revelation. Here is a classic theme that resonates across cultures, love that sees beyond surface differences. Think Romeo and Juliet, but instead of feuding families, we have different species entirely. Wang asks for her hand in marriage, and despite initial hesitation from her guardian, who fears society's prejudice, true love prevails. But fairy tale weddings don't guarantee fairy tale endings. Wang's family, representing the rigid expectations of traditional society, mock Yingning mercilessly. They call her simple-minded, inappropriate for a scholar's wife. The criticism reaches a crescendo when Wang's particularly vicious cousin publicly humiliates her. This is where our laughing girl reveals her true nature. Yingning doesn't weep or flee. Instead, her laughter stops, and in that sudden, terrible silence, something ancient and powerful stirs. With supernatural force inherited from her fox spirit mother, she strikes terror into her tormentor's heart. The cousin collapses, finally understanding that he has gravely underestimated the girl he dismissed as a fool. It is a moment of poetic justice that would make any modern audience cheer, the bullied revealing they were never powerless, just choosing kindness. What makes Yingning's story truly remarkable is what happens next. She doesn't become vengeful or bitter. Her laughter returns, filling her new home with the same infectious joy that first captivated Wang. She bears children. The family prospers, and love triumphs not through conquest, but through the simple, revolutionary act of remaining joyful in a world that often demands conformity. Unlike many supernatural romances that end in tragedy, think The Little Mermaid in its original, heartbreaking form. Yingning offers us something rarer. A happy ending earned through authenticity and mutual respect. Yingning's story transcends cultural boundaries because it speaks to universal truths. It's about the courage to love someone different, the strength found in authenticity, and the radical power of choosing joy even when the world expects you to conform. Her laughter becomes a form of resistance against prejudice, against the forces that would diminish love, against a world that too often forgets how to find delight in simple things. In our modern world of social media facades and performative happiness, Yingning's genuine joy feels almost revolutionary. She reminds us that true laughter, the kind that comes from a place of deep contentment and love, is indeed a kind of magic. So when you hear someone laugh with pure, uninhibited joy, remember Yingning, the fox spirit's daughter, who proved that love knows no boundaries, and that sometimes the most powerful magic is simply being authentically, unapologetically yourself. This has been Tales from the Eastern Scroll, where ancient wisdom meets modern hearts, and every story is a bridge between worlds.